Yes, good morning, students. Good morning, Legend. Good morning, KK. Good morning, Aditya. Good morning, Bora. Good morning, Vinay. Good morning, Pinky. Good morning, Ningtamba. Good morning, Shanmugasundaram, Charan, Kritika, Ashya, Nitin, Jagan, Pallavi, Sajna, Sukanya. A very good morning. Yeah, good morning, Chlorophyllian. Yeah, you got a new name. Good morning, Mrityunjay. Thank you so much. Shall we start today's session? Shall we start today's session? Yes, hello Prashant. Yes, good morning Uday. Good morning Prashant. Good morning Sukanya. Okay. So in this session, we are going to discuss current affairs of 7th September 2023. So first of all, we are going to see our Hindu newspaper PDF, and later on we are going to see the news analysis. Okay. And one more thing here is, so whatever the articles that we are discussing here, that will be important from both UPSC and state public service examination point of view, and even if you are preparing for other examinations also, so this news analysis will be very important. So especially if you are writing CRPF examinations, so there will be essay writing, so from that point of view also, this news analysis will be very helpful. Good morning Pragadishwaran, good morning Srinath, good morning Akela, good morning Team Focus, good morning Kavi and Sheikh, Prashant, Pramod. So thank you so much, Pramod. Yes, Kavi, you can post your doubt. Good morning Basuraj, good morning Ted Gaming, good morning Hanu. Okay, so first topic here, it is about ASEAN is a key pillar of Act East policy, says R. Modi. So what is this ASEAN and what is this Act East policy? Yes, tell me, what is this ASEAN and what is this Act East policy? Thank you so much, aspirant. Good morning, Ramesh. Good morning, Kavya Lucky. Good morning, Mahesh. Good morning, Sharanya. Yes, tell me, what is this ASEAN and what is this Act East policy? Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Okay, very good, Aditya. Yes, group of Asian countries. And how many members are there in this ASEAN? So members in this ASEAN. Okay, Kavi, I will be dealing with your doubt in doubt clearing session on Monday. Okay, so doubt here is changing of Bharat name, is it leads to loss of cost a ma'am? It will be nearly up to 14k crore. Okay, so I will be discuss this topic. Okay. Yes, there are 10 member countries. So whether India is member of this ASEAN, whether India is member of this ASEAN or not. Good morning, Talva. Good morning, Allamalai. Aditya, yes? No, India is not member of this ASEAN. So please remember, India is not member. But India need this ASEAN to connect northeastern India and even to connect Southeast Asian countries. Okay. So here, one more keyword here is we have to see what is this Act East policy. And here you have to link what is the link between ASEAN and this Act East Asia policy. So what is the link between this ASEAN and Act East? We have to see. So why this ASEAN and this Act East policy is in news? Because our Prime Minister is going to attend this ASEAN and as well as Act East policy summit. So because of this is in news, and you may get question regarding this ASEAN and Act East policy. Whenever you're talking about international relations, every year in your mains you can get 3 questions. So remember this, and if you want, you can make a note. So India and its neighborhood, that means India and the countries which are sharing directly border with India. So you can get bilateral relationship between India and neighborhood. And you can get India bilateral relationship with other countries. For example, US, Russia, European Union, Britain, France, like that you can get one country. Okay, relationship between India and one country. And third type of question you get in your examination is India and groupings. For example, India and SCO, India and G20, India and ASEAN, India and Act East policy. So in this way you can get one question from group, okay, group point of view. So these are the 3 types of questions every year you can expect in your UPSC mains from international relations. Is it clear? So Act East policy is to promote economic integration, security cooperation. Okay, very good. Good morning, Rakshit, and good morning, Mahesh. Okay, so now let us see this article, and this article is at most important. So you can expect both prelims based and mains based question from this topic. Is it clear? Are you following? Are you getting bored? So try to actively participate in the discussion so that you will be not getting bored and you can enjoy the process of learning. Okay. So first, why it is in news? So your ASEAN is nothing but Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So you have to remember even this abbreviation, because in some competitive examinations even you will be getting abbreviations related questions. Okay, so ASEAN is nothing but Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So here India is not part of Southeast Asia, but India is part of South Asia. So because of this it is not part of this ASEAN grouping. Okay, so you have to remember this. And next one is this ASEAN, which is very important pillar for India's Act East policy. So this is a statement which is given by our Prime Minister. And he is going to attend 20th ASEAN Summit and 18th East Asia Summit, which is going to be held in this Jakarta, that is in Indonesia. Is it clear? So once this meeting is concluded, so we will be getting highlights of this meet, and that highlights will be important again. Okay, is it clear? So now let us see some facts regarding this ASEAN. So ASEAN, it is a regional organization. So why they came up with this organization? Especially to promote political and as well as social stability in the Southeast Asian nations. So the important motto of this ASEAN, it is one vision, one identity and one community. And 8th August is celebrated as ASEAN Day, and secretariat is located at Indonesia, Jakarta. Good morning, Sibash. And which are the members of this ASEAN? So we have 10 members. And this members is important from your prelims point of view. So you can get a question regarding this members like, so which of the following are members of ASEAN? So this is the first type of question, and you can get which of the following countries are not members of ASEAN. So in this way you can expect 2 types of questions from this members always. And always you can see these countries and members of groupings in news for sure. Okay, so this time in 2024 prelims you can expect question regarding the BRICS. Okay, members of BRICS. Good morning, pencil. So members are, the first one is Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar and Cambodia. So these are the 10 members. So I want to ask you one question. Are you ready? So with which of the following countries India is sharing boundary? So India is sharing boundary with which of the following countries? So in these 10 countries, so with which country India is sharing direct boundary? Let me know fast. Yes, Janim Myanmar, Legend Myanmar, Kritika Myanmar, Aitya Myanmar, Saratoy Myanmar, Kavi Myanmar, Kavya Myanmar, Satya Myanmar, okay, Pinky Myanmar, Mahesh. Yes, very good, very good. Ramesh, Suji, Sukanya, Priya, EIT, Sirkar, Surya, Meenakshi, Vinay. Yes, we are sharing direct boundary with Myanmar. So how this ASEAN is important to connect Northeast? So if you see map, I am drawing a very rough map. Here we have Myanmar, right? And here this is our Northeast. And here we have Bangladesh like this, right? So here we have a very small area to connect mainland India with this Northeast. So if we are having access to the port in this Myanmar, and we can easily access to this northeastern part of our country. So why we need to have proper coordination with Myanmar? Because here if you see boundary, here we have China, it is present here. So China always want to capture this Doklam region. So this Doklam standoff happened in 2017. At that time India has a lot of fear that if this Siliguri corridor or chicken corridor which is occupied by this China, so we can't connect. Okay. So this small area is called as Siliguri corridor, or we can call it as even chicken neck. So this is a very small narrow patch of land which is helpful for connecting of this mainland India with this northeastern part. If this area which is occupied by China means, this will helpful for China, so that it will be disconnecting the connection with this part and this part, so that it will be very easy for China to occupy Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so because of this, even though we have to be very much pre-planned, right? So if that area is occupied by China, so we need to have an alternate route so that we can connect with northeast. So in that manner, so this Myanmar is important, and ASEAN plays a very important role. Yes, you can also connect, Sukanya. Yes, that is, we are going for development of Sitwe port. Very good, Kritika. Good morning, Chinna Sai. Okay, sure, Basavaraj. I will connect. Okay, connect with the maps. And next, here you have to see that what is the link between ASEAN and Act East policy. So there are number of forums, they are mainly led by these ASEANs. So in that forum point of view, so one of the forum which is conducted by this ASEAN is Act East. Okay, so the first forum here is ASEAN Regional Forum. So this ASEAN Regional Forum, which was launched in year 1993, and it is a 27 member multilateral grouping was developed to facilitate cooperation and security issues, to contribute regional confidence building and preventive diplomacy. So actually under this ASEAN we will be having different forums. Forums means nothing but the group of discussions. So these people, they will be coming and they will be having discussions. So those are called as forums. So in parliament also we have this parliamentary forums, right? So in the same way in these groupings also, regional groupings or international groupings, we will be also having these forums. So one such forum here is ASEAN Regional Forum. So they will be talking about political and security issues of this ASEAN. And next one is ASEAN Plus 3. So if you see this ASEAN Plus 3, so it is a consultative group which initiated in 1997, and especially in this ASEAN they came up with adding of 3 other members, that is China, Japan and South Korea. And next one is they also came up with this East Asia Summit. So this East Asia Summit was held in 2015 for the first time, and they are focusing on promoting of security and prosperity in this region. Okay, so we have to connect with this East Asia Summit. Okay, and next important forum here is ASEAN Defense Minister Meeting Plus. Okay, so it is focusing on strengthening of security and defense cooperation for peace, stability and development in the region. So these are the 4 forums, and you can expect a question regarding these 4 forums in your mains. So because of this I discussed this. Okay. So Bora asked one question. So what is the difference between forum and summit? So I will be discussing in this doubt clearing session. Okay. Yes, actually one problem between India and Myanmar here is porous borders. So because of this porous borders, easily infiltration is happening, drug trafficking, arms trafficking is happening. So because of this, recently More border, that is a border area between India and Myanmar, had been totally sealed because of ethnic conflict. Very good, Santoy. Okay, I will go slow, Surya. Okay, am I fast? Okay, so let us move on. So here we have to understand even what is significance of ASEAN for India. So why India is participating. So why we need to focus on ASEAN. So that is also a relevant question from UPSC point of view. So here if you see the significance, the first one is India needs a close diplomatic relation with these Asian nations, because especially from economic point of view and from security point of view, yes, we need cooperation with other countries, especially if there are threats which are coming from the Southeast Asian point of view. Yes, we need to have good relations with the Southeast Asian nations so that we can address if there are any security threat. And even whatever the goods that we have produced in India, we need to have markets. So this Southeast nations, they are providing the good markets for Indian goods. Okay, so this is the first important significance. And next one is connectivity. Connectivity with Asian nations can allow India to improve its presence in the region. Right? So whenever we are having the good connectivity, for example, we have trilateral highways, okay, national highways, India-Myanmar trilateral highway, and even we are coming up with development of number of ports. So because of this, if you are having enough connectivity, then we can ensure our presence in those regions. That will be overall helpful for our development. In, for example, even Kaladan multimodal project also. Okay, very good, Shakti. And next one here is this connectivity project. So whenever we are coming up with connectivity projects in Northeast India, so that will helpful for economic growth of our Northeast, because in this Northeast mostly the tribal people are getting dominated, right? So because of this, we can see there is a less development in this Northeast region when we are comparing with that of mainland India. So that if we want to go for development, yes, we need to have help from these Asian countries. Good morning, Shweta. And next one is ASEAN occupies a centralized portion in the rules-based security architecture in Indo-Pacific. That means in this Indo-Pacific area also, so there are a number of countries which are part of Asia and they are sharing boundary with this Indo-Pacific region. So already we are focusing on maritime security, and even what happened because of power shift from Atlantic towards Pacific region, especially countries which are sharing boundary with this Indo-Pacific region, they are going to play a major role in security, in maintaining of security or maritime security. So because of this, India is also one country which is sharing boundary with Indo-Pacific, and the countries of this Asia, they are also sharing boundary with this Indo-Pacific region. So these countries, they have to come together to enhance security in this Indo-Pacific region. Is it clear? And next one is we need to have collaboration with these Asian nations to counter insurgency in Northeast and to combat terrorism and regard tax evasion issues. So in all these areas, yes, we need cooperation with these Asian nations. Yes, very good, Tapan. The summit, it is a top level meeting, and in this summit, top level members, they will be participating, but in forum it is just like a meeting and they will be discussing important issues you are facing. And if you are talking about this Act East policy, so it is nothing but it is a successor of Look East policy. It is successor of Look East policy. So first we came up with this Look East policy, and later on we changed this Look East policy towards this Act East policy. So this Act East policy was announced in November 2014 in 12th ASEAN India Summit. So because of this, yes, there is a relationship between ASEAN and as well as Look East policy. Okay, or Act East policy, because it came up in 12th ASEAN India Summit in 2014, and this was held in Myanmar. So this Myanmar is also very important. Okay, sometimes the name of this Myanmar is interchanged or changed by other names like Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, like that. So in this way here UPSC can play games with you. And this one is Act East policy is a successor of Look East policy, which was promulgated in 1992. And in this Look East, we are focusing on just economic cooperation with Asian nations. But in this Act East policy, we are focusing on extended neighborhood in this Asia Pacific region, and even we are focusing on security cooperation now. So earlier in this Look East policy, just we focused on economic cooperation, but in this Act East policy, we are focusing on external neighborhood, and we are focusing on especially the increasing of our neighborhood to this Asia Pacific region, and we are also focusing on security issues now. Okay, Prem? And important aim of this Look East policy or Act East policy, it is for economic cooperation. We are focusing on connectivity. We have to improve trade. We have to improve cultural ties, and even we are developing a strategic relationship with the countries, and we are also focusing on economic development of northeastern part of our country. So this is the aim. Okay, from aim also you can get a prelim statement, or you can write this aim in your introduction of your mains answer. Okay, is it clear? And I want to give you one mains question. So mains question is, Act East policy can only be successful if apprehensions of Asian nations are resolved. Discuss with the relevant examples. So please take the screenshot of the question and try to write answer for this question. And how many of you are going to write answer for this question? Yes, tell me, how many of you are going to write answer for this question? Okay, let me see. So please post your answer in comment box so that you can get evaluated. Thank you so much, Pachantri. Okay, try to write answer and post your answer in the comment box so that our team members will be evaluating your answer. Okay, Nalamalai, all the best. So let us move on to next topic. It is about school noon meal scheme in Kerala hit by delay in funds released by government. So already I think yesterday or day before yesterday we discussed about this midday meal program. So what is that? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Correct? So students who are following, Aditya, Santosh, Mahesh, Pinky, Sukanya, Kavya, Kavirasu. So do you remember about this topic? Already we discussed, I think 2 days ago. Yes, right? So again, this article says that, yes, in this midday meal program, there is delay in funds. So what will be the impact if there is delay in funds? Yes, tell me, what will be the impact? Yes, there will be increase of malnutrition. Next, yes, increased school dropouts. Next, yes, government started providing a morning breakfast also, but even in this midday meals program, so there is some issue. Yes, there is also chance of increase in child marriages. Nutrition deficit, and even there is increased hunger, And one important problem that we can see is it will increase child labor. Is it clear? It will also affect food security, or we can say nutrition security, and it also leads to increasing of hidden hunger. Hidden hunger is nothing but there is increased micronutrient deficiency. Good morning, Tirumalesh. Okay, so this will be the impact. So we have to see what is this midday meal program, and you have to see what are the advantages and under which ministry it comes, and even you can see about what are the challenges. Okay, so all these things that you have to remember from this topic point of view. Hashir asked one question: why government providing high quality non-veg meals for jail and most commonly veg food for school? Yes, this is also one question that we have to think about. So the students who are watching, so please give me your perspectives regarding this question regarding Hashir. Okay, so now let us see this topic in detail, and we have to think about that question. So here what happened, the context says delay in release of funds for noon meal scheme. So noon meal scheme is also called as midday meal scheme. So because of this, school management, they are facing problem to get the raw materials. Okay, so if you see the details, it says that midday meals program, it is one of the largest school feeding program which is present in India. Okay, so it is one of the largest school feeding program, and in this program it covers the students who are going to government schools from class 1 to class 8. And the basic objective of this scheme, it is to enhance enrollment in schools. So enrollment is also called as gross enrollment ratio. To increase gross enrollment ratio in the schools, government came up with this midday meals program, because actually especially in the rural areas, so parents, they have to send their children to school, but they used to be taking their children with them in the child labor. Okay, so because of that they can contribute some finance to their families. But what happened, because of introducing of this midday meal program, now there is some behavioral changes seen in people, and they started to send their children to school because they will be getting at least food for one time. Yeah, Kavya says if food is not proper in jail, criminal starts fighting with security, but children, they can't fight. Prem says they need more money to do crimes. Dal protein is more than meat. No. Protein is high in non-veg compared to that of dal. Yes, because of this freebies also, it is affecting the funds should be given to the schools to get this midday meals program. What is GER? GER is nothing but gross enrollment ratio. So how many students are enrolling into the schools? That is called as GER. Okay, Kavya? Okay, and here if you see some more facts here. So this midday meal scheme which comes under Ministry of Education, and it is a centrally sponsored scheme. So it is a centrally sponsored scheme. So can you tell me what is the difference between central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme? Yes, tell me what is the difference between central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme. So number of times I discussed about this. Yes, central sector scheme funds are released by center. Yes, very good, Kritika. In central sector, 100% of funds they will be coming from center. Centrally sponsored scheme, there will be sharing of funds between state and center. So this scheme which comes under centrally sponsored scheme, that means funds need to be shared by center and state. So whenever states they are coming with these freebies, what happened? So it will be affecting this funding. So that is the case which happened here. Is it clear? Any doubt, anyone? Very good. Nalmalai, Kavya, Sukanya, Pranesh, Kritika, Shakti, Chinna, Nalmalai, aspirant. Okay, legend. Yes. Now let us see some more important facts regarding this midday meal scheme that you can write in your answers. Okay. So here under this scheme we are going to get cooked meals to every child within age group of 6 to 14 years of age who are studying from 1 to 8th class, who enrolls and who attends a school. And in 2021 it was renamed as Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman scheme. That is also called as PM Poshan scheme, and now it also covers even students of Bal Vatikas. So Bal Vatikas means nothing but they are attending Anganwadis, like pre-primary class children. Is it clear? Any doubts, anyone? And now let us move on to our newspaper page. So you can see this city page. Entire today's newspaper is filled with advertisements. So you can directly move on to the states page. So in one of the states page I found this article that is regarding this school noon meal scheme in Kerala. And here you can see which type of temple architecture is it. So here you can see this type of shikara. So which type of temple architecture it is? And even there is no boundary wall. Yes, Legend Nagara, Aspirant Nagara, Santosh Nagara. So tell me how many types of temple architecture are there? So different types of temple architecture. Yes, we have 3. So first one is Nagara, second one is Dravidian, and third one is Vesara. So whenever you are writing answer regarding temple architecture, try to make map. You can draw just schematic diagram, and you can show in northern India we have this Nagara style of temple architecture. In southern India we have we have Dravidian, and in between here we have Vesara style of temple architecture. So whenever you are seeing temple architecture images also, you can have a scope of learning something. Okay, so that's what I want to make you understand here. Yes, Vesara is combination of Nagara and Vesara. Okay, let us move forward. See, today's paper is entirely filled with advertisements. And here in this editorial page, you have 2 editorials. It is regarding India as Bharat. So what are the implications? So we are going to discuss this article. And here you can see one more article, that is bridging the malnutrition gap in B. Metra way. So here we are focusing on only what is this malnutrition. So what are the causes of malnutrition? So what are the implications of malnutrition? And even what are the schemes came up by government to address this malnutrition? Okay, so these topics are at most important, and now let us try to see those topics. So the first topic we are going to discuss, it is about malnutrition. So tell me, do you know about what is the meaning of malnutrition? Okay, so what is the meaning of malnutrition? Lack of nutritional content. Okay, no need of discussion. No, ma'am. Article 12 says directly. Okay, but I thought that I have to give some historical perspective, like how this word India evolved, how this word Bharat evolved. So for that only we are going to discuss that topic. So lack of nutritional intake. Okay, below BMI of 18. Okay, so malnutrition occurs when body doesn't get enough nutrients. Okay, so how can we say, or how can we say like there is malnutrition? Deficiency of food. Okay, Dilkash. Excess or under deficiency of nutrition. Very good, Kritika. Lack of nutrients and minerals in food. Okay, Sathya. Lack of nutrition for children. Okay, Santoy. Anemia impact of women problem. Okay, Kesu. Death rate. So we can't take death rate, Sukanya. Age to height, weight. Very good, Sakti. Yes, Chinna. Okay, very good. Okay, now let us see this topic, and this topic is at most important because in India we are facing this problem of malnutrition. So if you are a future bureaucrat, you have to think what are the steps that can you take to address this issue in your district. Okay, so if you see this malnutrition, so why it is in news? Recently UNICEF and WHO along with World Bank, they came up with malnutrition estimates 2023 report. So this is the data you have to write, that is UNICEF, WHO, World Bank came up with this joint malnutrition report. So take a screenshot. So what is this joint malnutrition estimates report? So here UNICEF, WHO, World Bank, they came up with this report and they started giving this report in 2011, and here it releases annual child malnutrition estimates, and it will be showing about different indicators like stunting, wasting, overweight and underweight. So what is this wasting and stunting? So what is the meaning of wasting and stunting? Yes, tell me, what is the meaning of wasting and stunting? Fast. Stunting is low height, and what about wasting? Yes, wasting is low weight. Okay, low weight to height, that is called as wasting. And you have to remember what is the difference between stunting and wasting also. And the first edition of this report released in 2012. So at that time here they came with some key indicators, and we are using that same key indicators now also in this 2023 to calculate this malnutrition. So now let us see the details of this report. So this report said that yes, wasting in children who are under 5 years of age, which is continuing in India, and it is one of the important challenges that we need to address. So first one is wasting in children is present highly, and next one is overall prevalence of wasting in 2022 as per global estimates is 18.7 in India, and the national estimates is 19%. So this is the thing which said by this National Family Health Survey. So this data that you can write, so according to this report, so it said that 18.7% of wasting is seen in India, and on another side we can see overweight. Overweight is 2.2 in 2012, and now it is 2.8 in 2022. So it is about overweight. And next one here is you have to know about what is the meaning of child malnutrition. So child malnutrition is nothing but it is one of the pathological state, the state of health of children where they will be facing wasting, stunting or even obesity and as well as low weight. Okay, so here because of inadequate nutrition, we have the problems like undernutrition, overnutrition and hidden hunger. So undernutrition means what is the amount of nutrients that we have to take, but we are not taking that amount of nutrients. So we are taking less. That comes under this undernutrition. So because of this undernutrition, so the problems like stunting will happen, problems like wasting and as well as underweight. Okay, so these three problems that we can see because of this taking of less amount of required nutrition. And next one is overnutrition. So because of taking excess food, excess fat, excess proteins, that will lead to overweight. That is also called as obesity. And this one is hidden hunger. Hidden hunger means nothing but there are some deficiency in taking some essential vitamins, micronutrients. Okay, so this is about this child nutrition. So what are the factors that is linked to malnutrition? So what are the causes of this malnutrition? What are the factors? Tell me. Yes, because of poverty, very good. Poverty. Next, intake of fast food, very good. And because of hunger, because of less income levels, okay, because of climate change, very good point. Because of lack of awareness, very good, excellent. Lack of awareness of taking nutritious diet. Lifestyle changes. Because of unemployment. Less food production also, yes. And even because of migration. Yes, because of inflation, very good. Having not, okay, that comes under lack of awareness, Dilkush. Next one is because of war, because of pandemics. Yes, because of processed foods. Okay, actually I included insufficient access to healthy food, feeding habits, lack of nutritional awareness, because of poverty, because of infections, anemia and migration. So just I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 causes, but I got enough points from you. Like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 points from you. Just I came with 5 or 6. Yes, very good. So even because of this Black Sea grain issue also, now you are going to face this food insecurity. That might increase malnutrition among the people who are dependent on this grains export from Russia and Ukraine. Even population growth, famine, droughts. So you can't add political interference here, Hashir. Okay, so I am getting enough points. Yes, very good. So these are some important factors that are leading to malnutrition. And you have to see what are the interventions from government side also. So if you see interventions, the first one is government came up with this ICDS program. So ICDS is also called as Integrated Child Development Scheme and even Anganwadi system. So through this, here government is providing some supplementary nutrition and even ration to pregnant and lactating women. Okay, and government is also running midday meal program. So that government is ensuring providing some diet to the children. And even government came up with this maternity benefit program to provide some support to this pregnant ladies. Okay, Shruti, be on time. And this one is government also came up with this National Food Security Act. So under this, government is assuring food and as well as nutrition security to vulnerable people, and that access to the food, it is a legal right. So government is saying that yes, getting food is a legal right under this National Food Security Act. And government also came up with this National Nutrition Strategy. Under this National Nutrition Strategy, which is aiming to reduce all forms of malnutrition by 2030. And even here government is also focusing on most vulnerable and critical age groups as well. And this one is government came up with this Poshan Abhiyan. So under this Poshan Abhiyan, government is focusing on improvement of nutritional status of adolescent girls and as well as pregnant women, lactating mothers. So government want to increase iron levels. So iron levels are very important to maintaining of hemoglobin. So if there is no proper iron level or hemoglobin, that will comes under this anemia. Okay. So these are some important programs came up by government, and recently we came up with this Poshan 2.0 also to address malnutrition in children, pregnant women, lactating women, okay, and adolescent girls. So there is one more mains question before you, that is the reasons for malnutrition or hunger are multidimensional. In this light, discuss the factors contributing to malnutrition and also suggest suitable measures to improve malnutrition in India. Yes, tell me. So how can you write answer for this question? Yes, how can you write answer for this question? So can you able to write answer at least? Can you write answer for this question? Yes, right. So you can just write what are the factors that you already said. So I got around 11 to 12 factors. And you can write what are the measures. Introduction regarding malnutrition. So recently here, UNICEF, WB, and that is World Bank, and WHO released the report. So that report you can write in introduction, and you can write heading factors, and you can write heading measures, and finally you can write conclusion. Yeah, good morning, Kano. You are late. Is it clear? Okay, let us move on. And our next topic is India, that is Bharat. Next topic is India, that is Bharat. Yes, Pranesh says, ma'am, nowadays consumption of maida is main reason for malnutrition and diabetes causes in the country. We forget the old foods. So actually what this maida will do is, maida will leads to the diabetes actually. It is the right point. Okay, so if you are consuming lot of amount of maida, that will lead to the diabetes. Ma'am, please provide platform for answer posting. Okay, so we'll think about this and we will come up with a platform. Okay. Yes, good, Charan. Very good. So let us see this topic, and we are going to see history point of view, historical perspective of evolving of different names. So why it is in news? Recently, invitations for the upcoming G20 summit in New Delhi have introduced a noteworthy alteration. So actually what happened, so in this G20 invitations, so instead of President of India, now this time they use President of Bharat. So because of this, yes, there is a debate which is going on regarding the names. So here we have to see historical perspective of names. So in our constitution, yes, we have Article 1. So Article 1 says that India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. And we are using this word Bharat and India interchangeably. and especially in the preamble of our constitution, which begins with "We the people of India," but in Hindi version here it uses Bharat instead of India. That means we are using these two words interchangeably, so there is nothing wrong with using of these words. And next one here is origin of the name Bharat. So the term Bharat has deep historical and cultural roots, because even in Mahabharata also, yes, there is a word Bharat which is given. And this one here is, even in Vishnu Purana it describes Bharata as the land between southern sea and as well as northern snowy Himalayas. That is nothing but India. And it also signifies a religious and socio-cultural entity more than a mere political or geographical area. So it is not just focusing on the political or geographical thing, but even it is focusing on the religious and socio-cultural entity. So because of this we have this name Bharat. And Bharata is also the name of legendary ancient king considered as ancient of Rig Vedic types of Bharatas. So because of this, yes, this is the name origin, that is of Bharat. Bharat name, is it cause religious discrimination? No, not like that. Okay, so this is the origin of name Bharat. And if you see the next one, how this name India came into picture. So the name India was derived from word Indus. So Indus, it is one of the Himalayan river system, right? And the ancient Greeks, they called people living beyond Indus as Indoi. So Indoi means nothing but the people of Indus. And later on Persians entered into India. So Persians and Arabs, they used the term Hind or Hindustan. It refers to the land of Indus. And later on Europeans, they entered, and Europeans, they adopted name India from these sources. Okay, and now this name which became official name of our country after this British colonial rule. So this is the history of origin of this name India. What is the need to change the name? So you know, this India is the word that used by these Europeans. But actually before Indians they came, we have different names like Hindustan, Bharat, Bharata, etc. Okay, so it is mainly based on the history. That's it, Satya. Megasthenes Indica, it is a book. So here in this infographic you can see the different names of India. So first one is Meluha. So Meluha, it is a land which produces good quality of cotton. So it appears in the ancient text of Mesopotamia to refer Indus Valley civilization. So Indus Valley civilization is called as Meluha in this Mesopotamian, because they used to have the trade between this Mesopotamian as well as Indus Valley. At that time, here the trade which happened with the cotton. So normally these Mesopotamians, they call this Indus Valley civilization as Meluha, because they are getting the good quality of cotton. And this one is Bharat or Bharata Varsha. It appears in Puranas as a land between sea of south and snow in the north. And this one is Aryavarta. Aryavarta appears in Manusmriti as land occupied by Indo-Aryans. And this one is Jambudvipa. So Jambudvipa is seen in Vedic text. And this one is Hind or Hindustan, which was used by Persians, referred to the land across the river Sindhu. And this one is India. India, which was used by Greeks, who transliterated Hind as Indus. So these are the different names for India. Okay, so here you have to remember this, so that you can get a question in your prelims. So I will be working a lot, and I will be starting my work around 4:30 onwards, so that I will be getting this data. Yes, paper will be coming at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and if you move on, the next topic is how unemployment is measured. So, what is the meaning of unemployment? Tell me, what is the meaning of unemployment? Yes, what is the meaning of unemployment? There is lack of employment, no job. Okay, thank you so much. Is jobless. Next. Lack of ability to get job. Okay, so one more question you can think here is different types of unemployment. Do you know about different types of unemployment that you will be studying in your economy? Yes, people who have ready to work but don't have any work. Very good. Structural unemployment, disguised unemployment, seasonal unemployment, frictional unemployment. Okay, so your homework is you have to list down so how many types of unemployment are there and what is the difference between one and another. Okay, because there is a chance of getting different types of unemployment as a prelim statements in your UPSC prelims, so focus on that. Yes, cyclical unemployment. So which type of unemployment is seen in agriculture sector? In agriculture sector, which type of unemployment is seen? Let me know in a comment box, okay? And this article which is talking about measuring of unemployment, it is becoming difficult day by day. So why? Because recently ILO, that is International Labour Organization, defines unemployment as being out of job. So you are not getting job, being available to take a job and actively engage in searching for a work. Okay, so this comes under the definition of unemployment. For example, if you got a job and if you left the job but you are not looking for another job, that will not comes under unemployment according to the new definition of ILO. So this will comes as a prelim statement. Okay, so if you had lost the work but you are not searching for another job, that person will not become under unemployed. Okay, so we can call it as seasonal unemployment, and even one more unemployment is there, so please let me know. And if you see some details which are given in this article, it says that the situation is complicated now, especially in developing economies, to come up with measuring of unemployment. So according to 2009-2010 survey undertaken by National Statistical Office, it said that 33.3% of rural women and 27.2% of urban women who are aged between 15 and above, so they were engaged in domestic work. They reported that they have to do work. They are having the willingness to do work, but they have to get job within their premises. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. Okay, so now in developing countries, the situation of measuring this unemployment is very complicated, because according to the data which says that 33% of rural women and 27% of urban women, so they want to engage in the work, but they have to get job within their premises, but they are not getting. And this one is, these women, they would not be counted among the unemployed because they are not actively looking for work. So because of this, yes, there are some mistakes are seen in the measurement of unemployment. And measuring unemployment in India is difficult because most of the workers are working in informal sector. Okay, so because of this, it is also one important problem for measuring of unemployment in India. That is disguised unemployment. Very good. Okay, so this is about this topic, and I want to introduce this course that we launched recently in Rathod size. It is mains answer writing practice, so it is on daily basis. So the validity of this course is 1 year. So for next 1 year we will be giving you the detailed schedule, like what you have to read, and based on that daily one question is given, so that it will be very easy to write answer even if you are a beginner or already you have gave your attempts, or if you are a working professional like that. So daily writing one answer, it is not a big deal, and improving answer writing skills is very important for UPSC, especially to clear, right? So if you want to see your name in a finalist, yes, you have to focus on the mains. So mains become one important and challenging task because you have to write answer within the word limit and within the time limit. So to write all answers within the given amount of time of 3 hours, yes, you need a lot of practice and you need excellent skills. So here in this course we are making you to understand the skills and we are improving your skills. Okay, here we are covering entire your GS syllabus, GS1, GS2, GS2 and GS4, and even there will be essay writing and case study practice on every Sunday. So you can join this course and you will be having live interactive sessions that will be taken by me itself. There you can share your opinions, perspectives, okay, so that will be even helpful to improve your thinking skills or thought process, because always you can't expect the questions in mains. Sometimes you can get some unexpected questions. So if you're getting that unexpected questions, then you should be able to write answers for that. So for that thing you have to focus on thinking process or thought process that you're going to develop here. And even if you're talking in the live sessions, even you can improve your communication skills also. That will be even benefit for your interview. So the cost here is just 8,200 rupees for 1 year, and you can join this course. And if you have any queries, so please call me on this number, that is 8074765513, and this is also WhatsApp number. You can also text me there, okay, so that I can resolve your doubts regarding this course. And this course is very beneficial, and even you can't pay this amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. Okay, so try to join this course, it will be very beneficial. Okay, now let us move back to Hindu newspaper PDF. So in this opinion page you can see this article, that is, for an expanse of blue with air so clean. So this article is talking about air pollution. So here I liked the introduction which is written by author. He says that according to United Nations Secretary General, the earth has entered era of global boiling. Now we are seeing some events like devastating floods, heat waves, erratic weather patterns. So here there is urgent need should be taken to address this climate change events. And he says that not only this climate change, even air pollution is one of the important killer. So because of this air pollution, which is claiming about 10 million deaths worldwide in 2020. So this is according to the data given by WHO. So if you are not getting English, try to read English books or NCRT so that you can develop this writing skills, okay? And here you have to see what measures can be taken to address this climate change and air pollution. So that is about this article, and you can think about this regarding what measures can be taken to address this air pollution. So this topic is important from your environment and ecology. And if you move on in this text and countries, I discuss this topic regarding this unemployment. And in this news page, so most of the articles are regarding this G20 and as well as India as Bharat. So I discussed those two topics. So there is no need of reading each and every article there. And this is about this G20. And here you can see India drops tariffs on US lentils, almonds ahead of Biden's visit. Okay, so you have to see here India US relations. Already a number of times we had discussion regarding India US relations. And if we move on in this world page also, there is nothing much important. Even in this business page you can see this article, that is viability gap funding for battery energy storage gets government nod. So I want to give you one homework, that is what is the meaning of viability gap funding. So please let me know what is the meaning of this viability gap funding. Thank you so much, Ajay. So you have to think about what is the meaning of viability gap funding, and this is the homework for you students. Is it clear? So one more thing is, if you have any doubts, so please post your doubts in comment section so that I can address your doubts. So even if you are giving your doubts in this chat of this live, I am not going to retrieve those chats. So because of this, once the class is done, so please repost your doubts in the comment section so that I will be taking your doubts in doubt clearing session for sure. Neeraj says, please upload the Hindu newspaper in all pages, but if I upload Hindu newspaper means it will come under copyright infringement. So I can't do this as UPSC mentor. Okay, I will try, Sukanya. So these are the important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and I hope you got at least 20% of new points by watching this lecture. So if you got some knowledge through this lecture, so please hit the like button and share this video to your friends also. And if you are visiting this Rathod site for the first time, please do subscribe to this channel. Don't forget. Thank you so much for attending this session, and we are going to meet in the next session tomorrow.